Everything in life requires balance. Don't overextend yourself. Balance. Don't let people take your kindness for weakness. Balance. Set boundaries of what's acceptable and what's not. Don't compromise your morals. Don't compromise your belief system for what the people around you expect of you. You set your boundaries, and if people cannot respect them because they have tunnel vision, then you might need to reevaluate that situation. Sometimes it's family, and you have to love them from a distance. Sometimes you have to do the no contact, because some people are not healthy for our lives. Setting boundaries doesn't mean you don't love somebody. It doesn't mean that you're being disrespectful. It means you are respecting yourself first. You can't help others if you're not helping yourself first. And you also cannot allow people to push your boundaries, because once you've done that and they know that you could be budged and swayed, they're going to continue to push. So if you set boundaries, you stand to them. Do not compromise your moral integrity. Do not compromise your personal beliefs, because those people that were using you for their purpose have their own agenda. And they probably weren't concerned about your beliefs at the time or how it may affect you, because they already had their own goal in mind of what they were looking for. And that's okay. Everybody has a goal and a mission. But fairness is important. Honesty is important. Don't try to deceive people around you. Be honest. If people are asking you to do something out of your moral character, how is that going to affect you later on down the line? You got to think about these things. Boundaries. Boundaries are important with anything. Because if a person will push you past your boundaries or can't respect them, you need to reevaluate if that's someone you really want in your life. See, self-love means not compromising yourself. It means standing up for yourself. It means being your own advocate. It means standing up for you. Doesn't mean being an asshole, but it means having a boundary and sticking to it. And then when someone does cross the line, how do you handle it? See, because if you're the type of person who's known for allowing people to continuously cross your moral boundaries or whatever boundaries, if they get away with it from you once, they see a pattern. Okay, this person can be swayed. And they generally will continue to push those boundaries. How often have you heard this? Oh, just this one time. Can you do this just this one time? Oh, I wouldn't ask you, but... Don't fall for it, you guys. That one time, is it worth what you lost out on in your soul if it went against your belief system? Helping people is great. Helping yourself, wonderful. Understanding boundaries, better. Be respectful of other people, too. If people say something to you, take them at their word. Oftentimes people want to believe what they want to believe about the person, not their actual reality, but people expect you to live out their perception of who they think you are. So sometimes when people are pushing your boundaries, it's not always that they're just assholes. Sometimes they are. Sometimes they're narcissists. Sometimes they're just slow. It just depends. Different people, different things. But people sometimes just overlook the personal needs of others. And we often overlook ourselves because we'll get in a habit of doing things for other people, but not for ourselves. You're quick to help your friend when they're sad. But at night when you're sad, are you nurturing your soul? You're quick to go and, help someone when they're in need, which is great. But make sure you're helping yourself too, indeed. Because if you're not practicing self-care and self-love, you can't expect others to have that for you either. It's okay to set boundaries. Sometimes it could be a scary thing because oftentimes people will think, oh, if I set these boundaries, this person won't be my friend, or I might lose this job or this opportunity that's presented itself. But that's not generally the case. If you set your boundaries and you're respectful about the way you do things, you'd be amazed at the things you could accomplish and how you could do things without compromising your integrity. Because I don't know, when I look back on my life, I don't want to have a bunch of I wish I would have. Damn, I wish I would have stood up for myself. I wish I would have done this different. I wish I wouldn't have allowed people to control me. So who's giving up the control if you're not setting the boundaries? See, you allow others to control you when you don't set your limit. Don't be controlled by others. At the same time, don't try to control others either. Be responsible for yourself. Love yourself. Self-care. I'm working on it. I'm learning my self-worth. I guess that's why right now my last name is Southworth. Learning that worth. But I'm not going south. I could say I'm going east, but maybe I shouldn't say that either. I'm just going somewhere, and it ain't crazy.